Hello there, and welcome to Andre's Artist Profiles here on YouTube. And today, I'm going to be profiling Mr. Quincy Delight Jones. A complete record of Quincy Jones' history with music is probably very unnecessary. I can mention three names: Frank Sinatra, Count Basie, and Michael Jackson. I mean, what more needs to be said? This is one of the most amazing and in a lot of cases rather improbable musical success stories of the last century. Quincy Jones has been the most enduring and successful producer, mentor, and band leader and arranger of his generation. He has a lot of albums under his own name with a number of different stylistic periods, but I only have a very short stack to show you. But this is what I have for Quincy Jones records. The first one is something I got actually at a discount by Quincy Jones and his orchestra, and it's called The Quintessence. This is a very good big band album, not too dissimilar to the work that he did with Count Basie, and I believe this was from 1961. There's the musicians who recorded with him on this album. Let me check the date because I like to have as much accuracy as possible. It doesn't say, but I'm pretty sure it was 1961 that this album was made. Okay, this album is a bit of a grail, especially on CD. You'll notice this used album has somebody's address label on it. Mellow Madness from 1975. This album is not only famous for a continuation of his funkier, soul-oriented projects with Leon Ware on the previous album, Body Heat, but also for introducing the brothers Johnson, who appeared on Is It Love That We're Missing, and another kind of Last Poet-style romantic rap, mixed with a little bit of a Barry White flavor, Beautiful Black Girl. Overall, this is a wonderfully funky album with some kind of Roy Ayers-style, jazzy, mellow stuff on it, that gives it its name. But if you can find this album on CD, definitely seek it out. It's a lot more important than a lot of Quincy Jones fans give it credit for. The next album I have is Sounds and Stuff Like That. The title track is very famous. It features Patti Austin and Chaka Khan in a wonderful dance funk duet. Again, somewhat similar to Mellow Madness in terms of its execution. He does a cover of Superwoman by Stevie Wonder, and the Doobie Brothers Taking It to the Streets at the end of the album. Luther Vandross also appears on this album, the late Luther Vandross. And anyway, here is a soundtrack album for The Wiz from 1978. Another one who's not here anymore. Late Michael Jackson is a Scarecrow, Diana Ross, and of course Nipsey Russell. Quincy Jones was as Lena Horne. Quincy Jones, this album is basically a total Quincy Jones project. He appears in the Emerald City sequence of the film as an anonymous kind of piano player. This is a very visual, impressive movie, and some wonderful scoring, and of course Ease On Down the Road, and Mean Old Lion, and all that stuff from the Wiz soundtrack is on here, so I include that. I mean, I wish I had the Roots soundtrack that Quincy did, but I don't have that yet for inclusion. But that's another great soundtrack he did, encompassing many different styles of music. This album came out in 1980, 81, I believe. There's some question on the date. However, this symbol right here, the dude, was initially used for Quincy Jones productions, especially at the end of early episodes of Fresh Prince of Bel-Air. The dude was kind of his logo. And this album features James Ingram and Patti Austin. It definitely sounds like the Q West / Michael Jackson 1979, 80, 81 sound, if you know what I'm talking about. There was a big hit on here featuring James Ingram called Just Once, a big ballad hit. And Patti Austin got some amazing up-tempo, funky tunes on here, such as Bet You Wouldn't Hurt Me, and my favorite, Razzmatazz. And it closes out with another one like that called Turn On the Action. And a really great grooving slow jam called Something Special. Very adult kind of funk soul emphasis on this album. Rod Temperton, is all over this, man who wrote Thriller, Heatwave member. And the duet itself features Quincy rapping and James Ingram singing in a much funkier voice than a lot of people might actually be used to him on an up-tempo keyboard-led funk kind of number. I really like that album. A lot of people think it's a bit too slick, but I really enjoy this one. It's basically my favorite sort of music, really. The next album I have, this was a big deal when I was about 9 years old. Back on the Block, Quincy Jones managed to get everybody from Ice-T to Sarah Vaughan, Ella Fitzgerald, the late Miles Davis, Sheeta Garrett to come on this record. It was a big multi-generational project, and that's one of the things I appreciate most about Quincy Jones, his multi-generationalism. And there's one song on here called We Be Doing It that features a complete a cappella instrumental arrangement with the a cappella group Take Six. They appeared on Saturday Night Live singing that song. An amazing record. Rap, jazz, it just really shows you the connectivity of the black music spectrum in America that Quincy Jones helped to champion. So that's what I have for Quincy Jones. Happy 81st birthday today, and I'll see all of you next time.